A very good morning, students. Welcome back to IoT subject. Today we'll start module 2. Module 2 is nothing but architecture and design principles for IoT. So in this module 2, we are basically discussing the internet connectivity, then internet based communication, then some internet protocols, IP, IPv4, IPv6 and 6 low bands. So these are going to study in this particular module 2. And as you know, internet is a global network with set of connectivity protocols, and these protocols, as I said, IP, IPv4, IPv6, 6LoWPAN, and internet connectivity is through a set of routers in a global network of routers which carry data packets as per IP protocol from source to destination and vice versa. So very important thing is, for the internet we use IPv4, for the IoT structure we go for the IPv6. So let's see how we can use these different protocols for different applications. Now coming to the internet based communication. In the internet based communication, remember IoT application layer is the highest in modified OSI model and physical layer is the lowest. So that means top layer is the application layer, bottom layer is the physical layer, and thus data moves from application to physical layer. Okay, you already studied ISO OSI, that is 7 layers starting from application layer, presentation, session, network, transport, then data link layer, then physical layer. So these all 7 layers you studied in the ISO OSI, but in the TCP IP module, these 7 layers are converted into only 4 important layers, that is application layer, then transport layer, internet layer, and data to host layer. So here whenever we are sending a data from application, it will add its own header with the data segment. So that's why here you will find here, so just make it out. So here you will find for every layer it will add its own respective header and its respective data segment once it moves from application to the transport layer. So when it comes to the transport layer, that is UDP header is added here, then along with the TCP header, then data for that particular TCP. So these are very important. When it comes from the top layer to the lower layers, for every layer it will add its header as well as the data. So where in header it consists only the address information, source address, destination address. See, again when it comes to the internet layer, it will add its own the header and again trailing. So trailing is here the CRC code which is used to detect and correct the errors. Once it comes to the physical layer, every data, so whatever you are sending the data, everything is converted into bits. So this is the internet based communication where we are following the TCP IP model. TCP IP model is also called IP model or internet protocol model. So this is there. Then yes, start with the basic protocol. Many times this is asked in the examination. Explain IPv4 v4 header format, or with the neat diagram explain IPv4. So as you know the IPv4, so if you look from this right to left, you will find total 32 bits, right? And again here we have total 5 groups, so that's why 32 bits. So that's why IPv4 is having 32 bits of address, because it uses the total bits of 32 bit. So if you look into the header of IPv4, right, so first 4 bits will give the version, what type of version, whether it is IPv4 or IPv6. Okay, if it is 4, so 4 bits are used, so 0 1 0 0, because it has to represent 4 in binary 100. So 4 bits 0 1 0 0. So here, so first one is 0 1 0, then 0. So it just indicates that it belongs to the IPv4. Then service and type of proceedings. So service type, what kind of service you have, total 8 bits are used. Then for 16 bit it uses for packet length. So how much data you are sending? You already studied this protocol in, I think, CCN. So computer communication network, you studied both IPv4 as well as IP66. Only thing is you are glancing here. Then in the second part, second layer, we have 3 bits for flags. Okay, so whether flags represent, okay, so whether you have the continuous, segments are attaching with the previous frames or next frame. So then checksum, as I said, CRC, then type of protocol, what kind of protocol you are using, then TTL, time to live. Time to live in the sense it is having 8 bits. How long it has to be remained alive on the communication channel. So that gives the TTL, time to live. Then 32 bit, as we know IPv4 is 32 bit source IP address, then destination IP address, and these are the options. Option header words, then data stack. So these are the IPv4 header format, which is very important in the IP or internet based communication. Okay, so IPv4 for the internet, earlier we are going to use this IPv4. Now because of the IoT, because of the so many devices are connected on the internet, that 32 bit is not sufficient, 2 raised to 32 bit is not sufficient. So we have to add some more addresses. So that can be achieved by using IPv6. Why IPv6? Because every device, Internet of Things, everything is connected on the internet. So 32 bit is not sufficient to allocate the address for each devices, each smart devices. So that's why we go for IPv6, because here we are using 128 bits for address purpose. So that's why Internet Protocol version 6 is used in order to enhance the capacity, enhance the address space. So that's why it has got some the features. It provisions a large addressing space. As I told, it is 128 bits. So just think 2 raised to 128. So huge numbers of devices can be connected on the internet. Then it permits the hierarchical address allocation, and it provides additional optimization for the delivery of services using routers, subnets and interfaces, and it manages device mobility, security and configuration aspects. Then it has expanded and simple use of multicast addressing. Then it has extensibility of options. So you have extensibility of this is not there in the IPv4, whereas in the IPv6 it has got extensibility of options. So the main important thing is we are increasing the address space. Instead of 32 bit, we go for 128 bits if I use IPv6. So IPv4 is over, and then IPv6. One more important protocol called 6LoWPAN. So 6 is for IPv6 or low power wireless personal area network. This protocol is mainly designed to have low power device. As you know, in the IoT, we are going to connect very low power devices. As I said, constrained devices. Okay, so constrained devices are sensors, actuators, they have got low power. So how these are going to be connected on the internet? So the 6LoWPAN, very important. It is a adaptation layer protocol for IEEE 802.15.4 network devices. Since it is used very low power, the devices are the nodes having low speed and low power, as I mentioned, because in the IoT, especially in the IoT, we go for very constrained memories, constrained power, constrained the data, constrained speed, very low speed. It cannot move it very fast. So this is also very important protocol which is used in the IoT structure. So 6LoWPAN IoT. So 6LoWPAN is nothing but IPv6 over low power wireless personal area network. As you know, so devices are connected from 1 to I devices are there. Here you can look at, just look at here, so many things are connected here. Just take the see, it is having 802.15.4, and here also it is having devices with the security of MAC layer, application data layer, and here this is very very important. So this is IPv6 link layer for data transmission. So the very very important the function of this 6LoWPAN is fragmentation and reassembly. Fragmentation at the transmitter side, reassembly at the receiver side. So this is very very important protocol of internet. So we studied a simple protocol IPv4, then IPv6, then 6LoWPAN. Now in the next class, how IP addressing is done in IoT. IP addressing, as you know, because in the IoT you required so many addresses, because again, because so many devices are connected on internet. So if you use IPv4, it's not sufficient. So in order to enhance the capacity, we go for IPv6 because of the address space, very huge address space. 128 bits are used to allocate addresses for each devices on the internet. So that's why the IPv6 is very very important for IoT. And here in the IP addressing of IoT, there we use so many types. Simply IP addressing is having static IP addressing, then dynamic IP addressing, how we can change from static to dynamic, and what are the classful addressing and what are the classless addressing, right? So that we are going to study in the next coming class. So today we started module 2. Module 2 is the architecture design principle of IoT, where we concentrated on the internet and then internet based communication. Simple protocols we studied, that is IPv4, IPv6, 6LoWPAN. In the next class we'll start IP addressing in IoT, how the different addressing concept can be used in the IoT. In the next class we'll see that. Thank you.